Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney took aim at Trump with a little humorous remark after his teleprompter suffered a brief glitch. As you'll see in this clip, it was a tongue-in-cheek moment, but Trump's thin skin couldn't ignore it. And so he ended up having to complain to his supporters at a rally in Vegas about Canada. But first, here's Mark Carney.
I would like to inform you that the teleprompter has ceased to function. Unlike a certain world leader, I do not view this as a conspiracy.
Boom, got him with the teleprompter thing. Yeah, Donald Trump would say that. And by the way, Donald Trump loves complaining when there's tech problems. He loves viciously attacking the workers who are just trying to keep everything together. And Donald Trump, lest you forget, does use teleprompters for every single one of his speeches, despite relentlessly attacking other politicians for supposedly doing the exact same thing. What I love, by the way, is he didn't say Trump, did he? But he didn't have to. That's the thing about Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They're like two of the only people that you can just post comments about them and everybody knows who you're talking about because their faults are so unavoidable. But anyway, so last September at the UN, I didn't remember the specific incident. A teleprompter had issues while Trump was speaking and he called it sabotage and demanded an investigation. I'd completely forgotten about that. Mark Carney, sharp guy. But anyway, it appears that Donald Trump was paying attention to what we just showed you because he recently had this to say.
I love tariffs, right? Because we've been screwed by tariffs used against us for years by China, by Japan, by South Korea, by Germany, by everybody, by Canada. Canada's nasty. They are, they're nasty. People think Canada, they're nasty. People, I love the people, but they're nasty. Nasty leadership.
I love the people, but they're nasty? I'm not entirely sure that you know what love is, sir. But that said, I've never thought that you knew much about what love was based on your romantic relationships and your relationships with your sons. But anyway, yeah, so they're nasty because Canadian tariffs are so devastating. Again, we have a trade deal with Canada that you negotiated. If you don't like the components of that deal, you negotiated it, sir. It's kind of your own problem. And we've long had trade deals with them. We have relatively free trade with them. They weren't screwing us because we didn't have big tariffs. We now have tariffs and they do too, but that's because you're so thin-skinned and because you need a villain. Refer to my Substack post from a month ago about why Donald Trump needs you to hate Canada. It's so pointless. It's so self-destructive. All of it is so goddamn donkey-brained. And nothing about it perhaps has been more donkey brain, this war between us and Canada, than the smoke issue. So Canada suffered some wildfires and rather than like doing what they've done for us and helping them, Donald Trump just threatened them with more tariffs or investigations or fines or whatever. Well, now we turn out, no, the fires happened for the reason that you probably suspected that they did. Human-caused climate change. That doubled the likelihood of the weather conditions that caused Canada's massive summer wildfires and in turn then angered Donald Trump. According to a study released Thursday, here's the methodology of that study. They compared current conditions to a world without the 2.5 degrees of warming that's occurred since the industrial age and the burning of fossil fuels started. The week-long weather conditions that led to the fires in Ontario are now the type that can happen every 6 years or so, the report said. So it is almost certainly the case that human-caused climate change contributed to those fires and also to the fires to come because it's only gonna get worse. And there will be more fires. There will be more things for Donald Trump to complain about or whoever is occupying the White House at that point. So maybe we should do something about climate change. Maybe that would be a great idea. And that wouldn't just benefit our foreign relations with our neighbor to the north, but also the fires that regularly wreck California, Texas, and a number of other areas. Yeah, and we've already experienced so much warming, as producer Mike is pointing out. It's 100% true. So climate change is apparently hitting Canada even harder than us. It's warmed there 65% more than the US in recent decades. In the past 30 years, the amount of land annually burned by Canadian wildfires has gone up by about 50%, while the amount in the United States has more than doubled, which seems to imply the opposite thing. But they're talking about generalized warming has gone up. It does not hit every region the exact same way. We should be working together in this. We should be working together in trade. We should be working together to combat the climate crisis that we're facing. But instead, we've got Donald Trump, who just loves using the fracture between us and Canada as an applause line in his speeches.